So you've got your first 100-mile race coming up and you're wondering maybe what are some things that people don't tell you or that you might need to know. Well, let's talk about that. So I've compiled a list of 10 things that maybe you should know before you run your first 100-mile race, and then a couple of bonuses at the end too. So let's get to it. These are in no particular order, but number one on my list is keep track of your aid station time. You know, you may go into an aid station and only think you're there for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, which is not that long, but over the course of a 100-mile race, that can add up to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and really just kill your time. And at number 2 on my list, I've got fix your problems early. So don't wait to get that rock out of your shoe. Don't wait to reapply more lube to, you know, those sensitive areas. Because if you don't fix it now and fix it early, it could turn into a big problem later on in the race and maybe even ruin the race. And at number 3, plan on walking and walk early. So you may still be feeling good 20 miles into the race and think, oh, this is easy, I feel fresh. Walk, take a break. You're gonna need it later on. Bank your energy to pull out later in the race because you will need it. Not everybody's Jim Walmsley. And at number 4 is something that I think is very important. Make sure and schedule time off work after the race. You may think, oh, this shouldn't be too bad. And that may be the case if you have a job where you work from home, but if you work somewhere where you might have to park and walk to your office or do some walking at work, schedule time off because you will likely need it. Let's just say that. Before we go any further, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a thumbs up, it really does help out like a lot. And maybe click subscribe too, that way you won't miss future content. And at number 5, it's very easy to go out too fast, but it's impossible to go out too slow. Basically, pace yourself. Don't start this race like a 50K. It is 100 miles, so start slow and hopefully towards the end you actually have some energy and you can run a little, And at number 6, the pain is going to intensify about 75 to 80 miles into the race. It just does. But don't worry, your shins are gonna feel like they're broken or on fire. They're not, unless they actually are. So just expect that because it will get worse. So just expect it. And at number 7, just know that you are probably going to be emotionally and physically exhausted after the race for, maybe for weeks. It's a possibility. It's very common for people after races like this to go through like a post-race slump where they just kind of feel depressed mentally. So just know that and it'll go away and you'll get better. But you did just run 100 miles, so your body is exhausted. You went through a lot of crazy things out there. So just, yeah, you might be a little weird. And number 8 is to have a crew meeting before the race to go over your expected aid station arrival times and know the distances between the aid stations so you can plan what to carry in between each place. I just had a meeting with my wife because her race is coming up in like 9 days. And so she decided to skip an aid station, which meant that she needed to plan what to carry for that extra distance. So it's very helpful, just go over that. Know, maybe you might need to carry a little bit extra liquids from here to there, or maybe a little more food. Just do it, plan accordingly, and you'll be set. And number 9, it doesn't matter if you've run 50 miles before or even 100K. It doesn't matter. Good on you, but just know that 100 miles is completely different because it really doesn't start getting hard in the race until after 70 miles. So yeah, get ready for some fun. And at number 10, everybody out there is gonna hurt. You're not alone. Everyone else hurts just as bad as you. So just embrace the suck, accept the pain, move past it, and don't give pain a voice. Okay, so that's the 10 things, but now a couple of bonuses for you, a few extra freebies. You don't need sleep. You don't need to sleep in a 100-mile race unless it's gonna take you maybe 38 hours or longer. So suck it up, you can do it. When you're in a low spot, the only way to get through it is to keep going and you'll get to that high spot. And just remember, your body can do way more than you think it can. I fully believe that your mind is the only limiting factor. Also, be sure to eat well after the race. Totally splurge after the race, have your crazy meal, your fat, juicy cheeseburger, steak, your tofu, whatever you eat. But after that, eat well. Eating well really helps your recovery after the race. Eat anti-inflammatory type foods, whether that's a plant-based diet or what, but I definitely believe that eating well really does help your recovery. Oh, and one more thing that people probably won't tell you, you might not poop for a day or two. Just put it out there. Your body, you eat a lot of weird things during the race, your body goes through some stuff, so yeah, you might not poop for a day. And for the last bonus item, just remember, the swelling will go down. Your legs are probably gonna swell, your ankles might be swollen for a few days. It will go down. Your toes, you might lose some toenails. totally normal. So anyway, that's it. Those are the 10 things, and then a couple of bonus items as well that, you know, I kind of wish I would have known before I did my first 100-mile race. Maybe hopefully they help you out. If so, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help out a lot. Click subscribe too, and that way you'll see more videos like this in the future. And if you want to take a look at a video I put together on how to set your crew up for success for a 100-mile race, it's going to be on this side of your screen. There'll be a video to click on, and then over there will be some other cool videos. So check one of those out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And number 6. Oh my gosh, these cars will not stop, and my daughter came outside and wants to scream. Too bright, washed out. Oh, let's try not to roll an ankle.